hard? Hey, is it hard? Hey, is it hard?
You can't soar like an eagle when you surround yourself with turkeys. Isn't that the truth? But in order to soar like an eagle, you also must release yourself from anything that is weighing you down. You can't soar like an eagle if you're unhealthy. I don't see any obese eagles dominating the sky. Your health is probably the most important part of your life. Certainly one of the most important factors in living a great life. See, having energy for life starts in your physical body. It's much easier to get your mind right when your body is right. Build a strong body and your mind will follow. You can't soar like an eagle with the mindset of a turkey. If you don't believe you can fly, you will never fly. If you don't believe you are capable of soaring to the top of your own mountain peak in life, you will never try and therefore never succeed. If your mind is full of negativity, you will never see the positive. If your mind is full of limitations, it is closed off to opportunities and possibilities that might be right in front of your face. So in order for you to soar like that eagle, you need to get your blinkers on. You must focus. The eagle can focus and lock in on its prey from miles away. You must focus on your goal and lock it in from wherever you are. Eliminate the idea of defeat. Lock in your goal. Determine what it's going to take to get there and take off. Just go. Go get that goal. Don't stop until you have it in your grasp. Next, you must fill your mind and body with only things that will take you closer to your goals. If you're surrounded by turkeys, it's time to limit that interaction and get around the dream chasers, those that want to soar, those that want to lead, those that are prepared to face the storm and thrive despite the storm. If you have weights tied to your legs, if you have things that are weighing you down in life and preventing you from taking off, it's now time to release those shackles. Set yourself free so you can fly. It might not be easy to get those shackles off. It might be painful. It might leave a scar, but you must do what is best for you. You cannot be in prison for your entire life. You were born to fly, to dominate, to make your own decisions, to walk your own path, to do it on your watch.
You were born to be in control of your life. You were born to dominate. You must follow your own path.
On that beat, nope.
Aye, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak though. Man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Silence with Arthur, Nick, and Nicole, where you can unleash your inner voice. Breaking the Silence started with unleashing my voice, coming out of my shell. But as time passed by, the vision became more clear. I wanted to shine the light on everyday people doing great things and be the platform for people to be themselves again, tell their stories, and heal from their scars. So I hope that you will enjoy this episode and you will continue to break the silence with me. Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Silence with Arthur, Nick, and Nicole, where you can unleash your inner voice. I know y'all like, man, I seen her on this stage at least twice today. I know it's been one of those days. It's been a great day. It's been one epic episode from one epic episode to the next. But today's guest in this time period, Miss Monifa Grant. Are y'all ready to make the first 10,000 with your business? Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. She's going to be on the stage today telling you just how you can do it. And I got my notepad and my pencil, and I'm ready to find out just how she's doing it. So after this countdown, please welcome her to the Breaking the Silence stage.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out, and move mountains. And I rise up, I rise like the day. I rise up, I rise unafraid. I rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I rise up, I like the waves. I rise up, in spite of the ache. I rise up, and I...
Hello. Thank you so much for being a guest on the Breaking the Silence. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing exceptionally well.
Awesome. So for everybody that don't know who you are, without giving them everything, tell them a little bit about you.
Okay, so about me. I came to the United States 3 years ago from Jamaica in the midst of the pandemic. It was relatively a tough transition, but despite it all, I managed to overcome with my son. We came here with no plans, nothing at all. So we hit rock bottom like really hard, but that's what made me who I am this day. And in summary, that's it. I'm Monifa Grant. I am a certified Ken Field Success Principal Trainer, specializes in peak performance, and I help entrepreneurs gain their first 10K.
Nice. So besides, coming to the United States from Jamaica, what inspired you to take this path to help other people to build their businesses and their brand?
Okay, so I've had the experience as a solo entrepreneur. I know how hard and difficult it can be on the journey. And because of my personal experience and the blockage that I've experienced with my own business, because this is not my first business. I've had business before that had failed, mainly because of me, my doubts, my limiting beliefs, etc. No, because of those experiences and the tweets that I have made to have this business that I have today, I have made a conscious decision to help other entrepreneurs who goes through the same problems. The self-doubt, the limiting belief, the ineffective strategies, no business models, etc. So that's why I decided to help entrepreneurs because I have had the experience of just going around in circles. So why not cut through the maze and get through the cheese?
I know that's right. But you know what? The question everybody's probably wondering now, how can she help me get to my first 10K? How do you go about doing that?
Okay, so having a successful business, you have to have plans, you have to have strategies, you have to have, most of all, a successful mindset. Because without your mind, you cannot do anything. If you don't have a conscious mindset, a success oriented mindset, you will never achieve anything. It doesn't matter your experience, it doesn't matter your qualifications, it does nothing else matters without a foundation in your mindset. So completing the success principles, that's what we do. We go into the mind, so we get all the limiting beliefs out, we get all the negative, the self-doubt, everything. We work on that first. After that, we can focus on your goals. Now that you're gain clarity, we focus on your goals. We help you to set strategic business planning, how to move from where you are to where you want to be. um, we can do this by utilizing what we call a gap map. So you start from where you are, where you want to be, and in the section right there, it tells you everything that you need to be to get done to move to where you want to be.
But in the fact that you said that you've had several businesses that fail, that is commending to me because most times when you go through things, it's trial and error. You got to
Yeah,
try something out to learn something. So with that being said, that you won me with that when you said, "Hey, I've had other businesses, but they failed." So you learn from that. Now you're pouring it back into other people. I think that's amazing.
definitely.
Nice, nice. So can you describe a moment in this process of you trying to help other entrepreneurs that shaped you to be the person you are today?
So let me tell you again, as I said, my mindset had a lot to do with where I am today. So because I've had businesses that failed before, I had to go through a process. Okay, I can do this. I am capable. I am worthy of success. I had to rewrite my entire mindset to get there. So because I know about it, it's not like I have learned from someone else's experience. I have been through this more than once. So I have this experience, my personal experience, along with the knowledge that I have pulled from other industrial leaders and put it together to help entrepreneurs. Because another thing is, I did a lot of courses. I was from course to course to course to course to course, believing that I don't have enough, but we do have enough. It's just how we put those knowledge that we have to make it work.
Right. So what strategies have you used in this process to help you grow?
Okay, so this is my strategy. There's this formula: E plus R equal O. So E stands for the event, everything that happens to you in life. R is the response. How do you respond to these things that are happening to you, around you? O is the outcome of everything, right? In that equation, the only thing that you can change is R. How are you responding to the events that are happening around you? So let's get into the maths. You're currently earning $4 per hour, right? 2 plus 2 is 4. But if you want to change the 4, which is the O, you cannot change the event. No, you have to work on how you're going to respond. So you want an income of 10. You have a 2 here, so your response should be 6, which changes your outcome to 10. So now how you respond to the events happening around you is very important, and that's what I have used to move along in my journey, taking responsibilities for the things that are happening around me. So that's my formula.
I love it. You said event plus response equals the outcome. And the only thing you can change is the response. But you know, the way you respond to things matters. And it does break you or make you.
Right.
I like that equation. Oh my God, I love it. So how do you stay competitive in this industry? Because I'm sure there's other people out there that's doing the same thing that you're doing. What makes you different and how do you stay competitive in that industry?
Okay. So again, I don't believe that there's competition. I believe that there's room at the table for everybody. So if even someone comes to me and said, "Okay, Monifa, this is what you're doing. I would like to do it." Of course, I will teach them how to do it. And this is why the persons that I serve won't necessarily be the persons that you serve. So we can sit at the same table doing the same thing, but our audiences are different. So I don't see it as a competition.
I agree. I agree. I agree completely. So we're gonna get into our next segment. We're gonna take a short break and we're gonna come back and talk a little bit more about your leadership style.
Okay.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you gotta be willing to give up sleep. You gotta be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're gonna have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you gotta want it. You gotta go days without, listen to me, you gotta want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat.
Nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
It's funny because man, that is true because sometimes I don't sleep and I don't eat because I'm thinking about being successful. So yeah, that's true. So tell me something. What do you think is the difference between a leader and a manager?
So a leader has the potential. Well, a leader knows how to transform a team. You know, they don't try to just control. They transform, and they're not afraid to communicate across board. I think I would say a leader sees everyone as equal, but yet they still know that there is a boundary. A manager, I think, I would say a manager is a diluted version of a leader.
Yeah, that's a good way to put that. I like that. Woo. Yeah, yes, it's a big difference. But see, people don't think that there's a difference between the two, but there's a major difference between the two.
Yeah, a
Major
leader
difference.
with impact. A leader strives to impact.
I agree. So how do you are you just a one woman show or do you have a team?
Okay, at the moment, I have a small team, not a big team, just a small team, because when I started just teaching the success principles. right? And that in itself is like a one person thing
Mhm.
per se. So that's how I started out workshops, teaching the success principles, etc. But now I am just focusing on helping entrepreneurs. I do a little corporate trainings now and then, but my focus is on entrepreneurs.
Okay. So, what do you think has been the biggest challenge so far? Trying to teach people how to be the best version of themselves as an entrepreneur.
I didn't get that. It paused for a second there.
What do you think the biggest challenge that you've had on this journey trying to teach other entrepreneurs how to be the best version of themselves?
Okay, so one of the things, you can't tell somebody that they need something until they actually realizes that they need it. So if I approach you and I introduce myself to you, I try to find out where you are right now. If you tell me where you are, I can tell you, and you tell me where you want to be. My next question is, what are the problems that you're having? How can I help you? Right? I'm not a cutthroat marketer. I am not aggressive in my marketing strategies because I approach others the way I want to be approached, you know. And I don't like aggressiveness, so I will form a relationship first before I come to you and say, "Hey, I have something to sell you. You want to buy?" Because that will turn me off. So I put myself in the shoes of my clients before approaching.
Awesome. I feel the same way. I don't like to be that type of aggressive salesperson. That's probably why I couldn't sell a bottle of water if I tried, because I just couldn't do it. I couldn't go to people and be asking them to buy stuff. So I can definitely relate on that. So how do you go ahead, go ahead.
I was going to say, well, you can sell the bottle of water the way that you would want someone to sell it to you. That's it. That's just it.
I can't do it. I
You
can't do
can,
it.
trust me, you can.
Man, I just was never able to like do the sales. I mean, for whatever reason, like people, go door to door, they're knocking on your door and they're asking you to buy something or trying to sell you something. I'll be the person to be like, I don't think I'm going to that door.
So let me ask you a question. I know you're doing the interview, but let me ask you a question now. If if you wanted a bottle of water to buy, right? And I have that bottle, how would you approach me with that water? Or how would you want me to approach you to sell you that water?
Well, I mean, off gate, you have to tell people what's the benefits of this water. Why should I buy this water? And once you tell me why I should buy it and what it's gonna do for me, in the end, the outcome, then I might be more, subjected to buy it if it's got a lot of pros to it.
Yeah, that's how you would sell your water. It's that
You
easy.
just did that reverse on me. That was good. That was good. I like that. Wow.
See, you can sell your water.
I can.
Yes, you can.
So how do you with business and everything? How do you avoid being burnt out? How do you make sure that you staying on track, you're staying focused, and you getting enough rest, sleep, all of that through this journey?
Self care is important, and I always tell people it doesn't matter what you're after. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself. If you're tired, if you're burnt out, you cannot serve from a place of service. You have to first take care of yourself. Now, one of the things that I do, I don't work one on one, hardly ever work one on one. I work as a group, workshops, group coaching. Now, that's unscheduled time. I don't have a booked calendar, not for me. I prepare workshops, then I sell my workshops.
Hey.
So you'll find that most of the time I will have free time.
Mm,
I do have free times because I am not overbooking myself. I have
right.
my workshops. My workshops last for 12 weeks, or I may have a 1 day workshop on a Sunday that lasts for a few hours, and that's it. I don't overbook. I don't believe in booked and busy.
Okay.
No.
So do you do live webinars, or do you pre-record it and like send it to those people? You pre-record it
Live. No,
live.
live. Yes.
Mm. So
For
how
me,
often
live
do you
is
do
more.
that?
Um, so it depends. Probably every 3 months, because one course that I offer lasts for 12 weeks.
Mm.
In between that 12 weeks, then you have this other program that happen every Sunday or every other Sunday. So that's how I structure it. Nothing too busy, nothing too much, nothing that's going to cause me stress. You know.
Nice, nice. I like the way you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she said, "I'm not booked and busy. I'm gonna do
No,
this my way."
I'm booked and chill.
I like that. Book and chill. I need to use that. Okay. So we're gonna transition into our last segment and talk about your future with your business. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Some of the most successful people in the world are the ones who've had the most failures. J.K. Rowling's, who wrote Harry Potter, her first Harry Potter book was rejected 12 times before it was finally published. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He lost hundreds of games and missed thousands of shots during his career. But he once said, "I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed." These people succeeded because they understood that you can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. You have to let them show you what to do differently the next time. So if you get into trouble, that doesn't mean you're a troublemaker. It means you need to try harder to act right. If you get a bad grade, that doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you need to spend more time studying. No one's born being good at all things. You become good at things through hard work.
So how would you define success?
Success. Success is, I define success as achieving whatever you want to be. That's success. So if my goal is to become a mom or a state or a wife and I achieve that, that's success. If my goal is to become a manager at Dix and I got that position, that is success. So it's not defined by anything necessarily. It's not a monetary value that's attached to the word success. For me, that is.
I agree. I agree. So what is your end goal? Where do you see yourself going with, training these upcoming entrepreneurs? Where's your end goal?
All right. So my goal is to get as many entrepreneurs become that person that they want to be, not only making their first 10K or making their 20K or anything, but have the capacity to know that, hey, even if I decide that I don't want to be an entrepreneur anymore, but the process of learning to build and having that resilience and grit, to do anything that they want to do, for me, that's my success right there. And that's just where I see myself, just building grit and resilience in entrepreneurs.
Do you think there are steps to success, or people can just, make things up as you go? Or do you think there truly takes steps to get where you want to go?
I believe it will take steps to get to where you want to go. Do you have people that just get overnight success, well, financial success or whatever um, success means to them? Probably. But again, let's use this again. You want to become a manager, right? As a form of your success. You do know your first step is to prepare yourself for that position. By preparation, it means that, okay, you probably will have to further your education. It means that you will have to find the company that you want to work with. It means that I've mentioned education already, but it means that you have to put yourself in the position to be recognized for that end goal that you have. In business, I would say take responsibility, go back to the E plus R equation. It's tough out there. Some say it's very competitive, and oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Yes, you can. Find a way how you can position yourself differently and market to the people who you want to market to. If you're not sure, have um, do a survey or something like that to find out. Okay, what do I what do these people want, or what is it that I am offering? Is it that they want this that I am offering? Have clear goals. You have to have clarity, because if you don't have clarity, then you will be going around in a circle. There's this saying that says you don't want to be climbing a ladder only to realize at the end you're on the wrong side of the wall.
Oh wow. I like that. Ooh, not on the other side of the wall.
Right. So
Then you got to
that
start all over.
you have to start all over. So the clarity is very, very important. Once you have your clarity, you set your goals. Where am I now? Where do I want to go? Then in between your now and your future, fill the gap. The steps that you can take to get there. Okay. I want to operate a successful business. Okay. Let me get my business plan. Let me get my business model. Let me license my business. Let me register my business. A lot of people have businesses, they're not registered. But registering a business is very important. Say, for instance, when COVID hit, there were grants given out to businesses, and yes, you have businesses that were in operation, but they could not receive these grants. Why? They were not registered, so they weren't a legitimate business. So there are steps that you need to take to become successful in whatever area you choose to be successful.
Nice. So what's coming up next for you? Do you have any events that's coming up?
Yes, in fact, I do have two events coming up. There's this event 28th of this month, which is on a Sunday. It's called Strategic Planning for Entrepreneurs. And in this in this one, it's where I help entrepreneurs to develop multiple income streams. So I introduced to them like the revenue wheel, how you can have one business, but then you can generate so many other business around that one business. So you have no diversify your income. You don't have to relate on just one business to pull your income in. Um,
Nice.
There's also this 12 weeks course that I have. It's live. I believe in live because there's a different form of connection when you're live versus when you're just learning online. For
Mm-hmm.
me, that is, I do like to communicate as we go. So you ask your questions as we go. So in
Right.
this 12 weeks, it's called Mindset to Millions, generating your first 10K. And the reason why mindset to millions, as I mentioned earlier, you have to have the right mindset,
Mm-hmm.
so you can move forward. And again, a lot of people have money blockage. I can't tell you everything right now, but a lot of people have money blockage, the money, subconscious money, where they are afraid to make money. They probably don't
Mm.
even know, you know, probably rooted in their childhood experience, etc. So we go through that, and once again, we deep dive into the revenue wheel. We look into building a successful network. We look into marketing. We look into there are just several things that we look into during this 12 weeks.
Wow. So what advice would you give to an entrepreneur, maybe somebody that wants to step out and, on faith and say, I want to own my own business, but they're scared. They don't know the first step to take. What advice would you give to them?
You see, fear fear is a natural emotion. We look at fear as something bad, but it's not bad. It's just our system telling us to be safe, be safe, be safe. But if you recognize that you're fearful, acknowledge that fear, then you take small steps to build up your confidence. and take your time to step out, get clarity. Again, fear can be a trigger from clarity. So you get your clarity to do what you want. What type of business do you want to do? Why do you want to do this business? How will you serve this? How will this business serve your customers? Who are your customers? Um, just information like that you want to do to make sure that you are on the right track, and just start. You you overcome by just taking action, and you learn along the way. If you're afraid to take action by yourself, find someone who has been there before, find someone who can help you, join a community of entrepreneurs, and ask questions. You don't have to come to Monifa. You can go somewhere else. You can go on Facebook, you can go on Instagram, you can read a book, etc. But don't do it on your own. As I said, cut through the maze and get to the cheese.
Get to the cheese. I heard
Get
that.
to the cheese.
Yeah, but everybody says that, the first thing you got to do is start. I mean, but that's with anything. You got to start.
You have to
How you
start.
think you're going to get somewhere if you just don't start?
Yeah, and it's like a GPS, right? You go in your car, you don't even know where you're going, but you go in your car, you pull up your phone, you enter your location, you trust your phone to take you there. Start. You want to
Start.
start a business? What kind of business do I want to start? Google. Why do I want to start this business? How am I going to serve? Just start.
Just start. That's
Just
it.
start.
So we're gonna go to our last break, and when we come back, you're gonna be on the stage. I want you to shine as bright as you can shine. This is your 30 seconds of fame. You tell them where they can find you, how you can provide services for them, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Right.
Do you accept that? Do you blend in, take the scraps you're allowed to consume, the crumbs laid out in front of you, or do you step back and acknowledge that this is going to be tough, this is going to hurt, it's going to push me further as a person than I've ever been pushed?
Okay, I'm back. I think I am
You're
back.
back. You're back.
All right. So once again, I'm Monifa, certified success principal trainer. I specialize in self-esteem and peak performances. And this is it. Many entrepreneurs struggle with generating their first um, substantial income, and this is due to fear, setting unclear goals. It's due to ineffective strategies. It's due to lack of strategic planning. It's due to having an ineffective business model, self-doubt, and all sorts of other limiting beliefs that can just make you stuck, right? No, I address these problems by helping you generate what is called a success mindset and setting clear goals and actionable goals to develop a robust system, strategies to optimize your income, your revenue. And you can find me at I am Monifa Grant on Instagram, Monifa Grant and Facebook. I must say I am not so much of social media person, but I'm getting there. And that's it. It was really good to be here, and I do hope you enjoy this conversation.
Awesome. Thank you so much for breaking the silence with me. And I really wish you the best of success. I might have to come join you on some of those courses too, because being a full-time podcaster is just it's entrepreneurship too. So I got to learn how to get it all together. So we might have to connect on that end so I can perfect this thing called podcasting.
Definitely, a strategic entrepreneur planning would be ideal for you to help you develop multiple incomes from your
And
podcast.
you have to have a lot of incomes in the fire with podcasting. It's not gonna
Yes.
work. But
But I
thank
do
you.
wish you the best. And once again, I thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And if there's anything that you would like me to share at any point, just shoot me an email, send it to me, and I'll share it on all my platforms.
Okay, definitely. I'll reach out to you after because I know there's this other lady that she would love to be here. So I'll definitely spread the word. I have a few
Awesome.
friends that I know would
Thank
enjoy
you.
your
Thank
interview.
you. Thank you
Yes.
so much. And thank you everyone else out there for tuning into another epic episode of Breaking the Silence. Y'all better go get y'all some of this entrepreneurship. She says she can help y'all get to y'all first 10K. So if y'all ready to make that money, she is the person for you to connect with to make that first 10K. I'm interested in learning how to get because being a podcaster, you got to find other ways to make income. You have to. So hey, I might have to run in there on one of those webinars to get me some knowledge too. So y'all have a great day. And I hope the ones that are not watching right now does catch the replay because this was an amazing episode with a lot of knowledge for entrepreneurs out there. First step, she said, is to start. And that's in anything that you do. You got to start. How else you think you're going to write that book if you don't have a manuscript? Let's be real. But I hope everyone enjoys the rest of your day. Continue to be blessed. Tell someone you love them. And continue to break the silence with Breaking the Silence podcast. Y'all have a good day. Words will never be able to describe the feeling I get when you support Breaking the Silence and everything that it stands for. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to the Breaking the Silence podcast 1980 on YouTube. Also follow the Breaking the Silence journey as well on Instagram and Breaking the Silence 24. Thank you so very much for your continued support. And also, make sure you like the Breaking the Silence podcast page on Facebook. It will be streaming from YouTube and the Breaking the Silence page.
Put that on that beat, nope.
Aye, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably a mine.